We are going to entrust them with this property and with all the residents. And so with that, we were like, okay, we need to make sure that we are setting themselves up and ourselves up as a team from day one. Hey everyone, Suzy here from Adventurous Real Estate Investors. Today, I'm going to chat with you about why it's so important to set great expectations with your property manager from day one, or even from day zero, right? From before you close. So when we got our first property, a lot of people were like, hey, eventually you're going to immigrate and have your own property management company. You were like, okay, slow down. Like for now, we're going to hire out. Even if that means that the company gets 4% of the collected income, we are going to entrust them with this property and with all the residents. And so with that, we were like, okay, we need to make sure that we are setting themselves up and ourselves up as a team from day one. So with our first conversation with our property manager, we explained just how much we value the residents, their welfare, and their safety. And we explained how meticulous we are to responding to their needs. Like promptness and customer service are key. And the property manager on the other end seemed very aligned, which was phenomenal. But another thing that we went above and beyond with is that we chatted about with this property and with our investments, it's part of a syndication. And so it's not just Michael and I involved. Like we have a lot of other people who have entrusted us with their money, and why that is super important to stay within budget and then to ask before hiring out or buying big ticket equipment, because we want to make sure that it's in line with the pro forma and it's in line with the budget and it's actually something that we need, right? And another thing that we have each property manager on site do as well is, okay, you want this, but like, what does this cost us and how much will it save us in the long run? Like, I really want them to be strategically thinking about the property's finances, because then they're going to strategically think for different problems that come along in the property. You know, it's just a really big deal to entrust somebody with this, somebody that you've never even met. Yes, like the CEO has interviewed them and the regional has interviewed this individual, and they do believe that they can, handle the property, but it doesn't always happen that way. And so you do just want to make sure that each month the property manager is really like going through the finances, trying to minimize expenses, be attentive to the maintenance requests and needs or improvement, prioritizing anything on the property on urgency and resident comfort. Like it is just a really big deal to make sure that they understand everything that's involved. So besides just setting those expectations, right? The expectations of the business plan are also very, very huge. I know I touched about making sure they stay within budget and minimizing expenses, but you want to make sure that within the project timeline or investment timeline, that they have stayed within that business plan, that they are doing the capital improvements in order as needed, and that if anything like happens where there's going to be delay with any of those plans, upgrades, etc., that they are talking to you about it, right? Like just make the expectations that you are available, because you want to make sure that this is a success and that they are not in it alone, right? So like at any time to ensure success, just make sure that you set those expectations, that you allow yourself to be open to questions, and just that it's a very two-way conversation where they also feel comfortable giving feedback because they've been at the property, right? And so they should know the property very, very well. They should know the residents very, very well. Just being able to give that feedback and have you accept it. Just take a little extra time sometimes to talk them through everything. And I promise you won't be disappointed. So again, this is why it's super important to create like great expectations with your property manager. So if you like this video, please make sure to smash it down below, and don't forget to ring that bell so that you get notifications every time a new video comes out. So until next time, explore more, adventure awaits. Woo!